What have the Tories introduced this week?
Oh, I've got a new poster.
They have a new series of posters, actually. Yeah, and they're kind of intriguingly done. I've never voted Tory before. ... It's essentially a round of scenes we'd like to see that they're putting up all over the country. It's a caption competition. There's a family one. There's a guy in a garage for some reason. I've never voted Tory for, but we to which you'd probably go, that's all very interesting, Dave, but you've had the car since Wednesday. Any chance you're going to... It's nice that we have these times to chat, but any chance you could fix the brakes for me? But it's such a scene you like to see. You can actually stick yourself into it. You can do it as a game. I've never voted Tory. I've never voted Tory before. This is my own particular caption, but Cameron is holding a gun to my testicles. Feel free. Stick them online, you can do your own. But how scary do I look when I actually take what is clearly a publicity photograph for a comedy tour, but put me in overalls?
You look like a Russian gangland killer.
I'm really proud of that. I find that I look quite hard.
Even though you're not actually there, you look uncomfortable to be in a garage.
It's like the caption should be Ross Kemp on garages.
But you know, the Tories have got far more money than Labour to spend on adverts. And the brilliant thing is they whack up an advert now and then everybody spoofs it. They're basically paying for their own downfall. It's absolutely fantastic. You can imagine what's going to happen. You know, go on the web soon. You know, I've never voted Tory before, but I've only just had a lobotomy.
I've never voted Tory before, but I've finally learned how to spell X.
I've never voted Tory before, but I believe you should try everything once. That's why I'm addicted to crystal meth.
Do you see where he's been this week trying to win votes? Scotland. That's right. Tories trying to get votes in Scotland. That's about as likely as switching on BBC One and seeing David Attenborough headbutt a gorilla.
What he's actually said is he's trying to reach out to Scottish people who haven't voted Tory before, or as we also call them, Scottish people.
Do you know how many Scottish MPs there are? Kevin, do you know how many Scottish MPs we have?
I don't have a clue. How many?
One. It is practically, his visit to Scotland is like an episode in Last Chance to See. Because there's only one, so they can't breed anymore. And so this one's going to die out, and that'll be the end of it.
He tried to win them over with green policies. If he wants to win the Scottish vote, he should make ginger people tax-exempt.
I think Scottish people can see through David Cameron's sort of, that kind of never been punched in the face confidence. I think Gordon Brown, he looks defeated, dejected, waiting for the worst to happen. He looks like Scotland.
Scottish Tory conference is one day. It's one day long. That's all they've got. They basically just meet up to make sure they're all still alive. And they go, "You're right then, Moray guy. See you next year." That's it. They go away. It's like a mercy visit on his part. It's like, you know, when you go and see your nan in the home and you say, "Yeah, I'm sure you'll soon be able to return home." No. Yeah, one day there will be Tory MPs here. No.
I've got an image of them just in a van. Anybody? Any Tories?
Bring out your Tories! Ning, 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 ning. Just wheeling them around in the car.
The Tories announced this week that supposedly 54% of girls under 18 in deprived areas got pregnant. Then they apologised and said, no, it's in fact 5.4%. George Osborne said they'd got the decimal point in the wrong place. And you're thinking, oh, fantastic. So we can soon look forward to VAT at 175%.
My favourite thing about it was when they said to him, it's actually 5.4, he went, yeah, but still.
Isn't that exactly what happens, how the teenage girls get pregnant in the first place? Is because the digit didn't go in the right place.
Go to Russell, Ed and Andy. OK. Now we play a round called... Ashley Cole just sent me a picture of his mock. This game involves Kevin, Russell and Chris. So if you could make your way to the performance area, please. This round is a stand-up challenge. I launch a wheel of news, and wherever it chooses to stop, one of our performers must step forward and talk about that subject. The winner is whoever I think is the funniest. OK, here we go. Our first topic, please. First subject is weather.
Oh,
OK, Chris Addison.
We, in this country, massively overreact to weather. There was a tornado in Birmingham, right, a few years ago. The tiniest tornado you've ever seen in your life. In America, a tornado is a massive thing that destroys whole states. Here, the Twister hit Selly Oak. And the entire British press went nuts. The Guardian said it dislodged roof tiles and smashed plant pots. Oh, no! They interviewed these two lads on the Today programme on Radio 4. One of them said it was horrifying. He said, I was sat in my back room. I thought the window was going to come in. Next thing I knew, a bin liner flew past. Not a car, not even a bin liner. It was so breezy. And he talked to his mate. They said, what was it? His mate had evidently been followed down the street by the tornado, right? Before, presumably, he went behind his gate and shot it and the tornado bounced off. What was it like? Ow! Ow! He said, ow. It was horrifying. He said it was like being followed down the street by a giant carrot. Not a whirling funnel of death. A giant carrot. I ate vitamins.
Thank you very much, Chris. OK, let's spin the wheel again. The subject is school. Who wants to come in with that? Hello, sir.
Is that an apple for school? I went to school in Scotland, so I've never seen... According to a recent shock statistic, 1 in 3 children, 1 in 3 15-year-olds in the UK admits to being sexually active. I think anybody who's actually shocked by this statistic forgets their school days. Now, just because a 15-year-old claims to be sexually active does not mean that they are sexually active. If some youth worker approached you at 15 years old in front of all your mates and asked you if you were sexually active, you'd be going, of course, mate, who's Shagger? Put me in for 4, pal. Another fun memory of school. Remember the first day back at school after the summer holidays, first day of term, that was a good day. You pay attention, that was the day you found out what class you were in. I don't mean educationally, I mean socially. First day after summer, you had the rich kids. They'd come strolling in with a suntan and a new school bag, and then the poor kids would come in with a black eye and a new second name. You need to ask your teacher, sir, how come Jamie Cosgrove's now called Jamie De La Cruz? Oh, that's because his mum's dirty. That was my school days, cheers.
OK, Russell, let's see what you've been left with. Let's spin the wheel. And the topic is joy.
Two very giddy albinos there. Do you know what gives me joy? People who are a bit different. I fell in love with my friend Tom, age 5. He stood up in the middle of a nativity play and went, well, enough's enough. What made it even better, he was the front end of a donkey. I like noises as well. I heard this in a supermarket the other day. Whee! I thought, I'm following that, right? It was an old man skidding on a trolley. He'd done the trolley gauntlet, just whee! Just this blur of giddy wrinkles. What made it even better, a security guard stopped him and went, oi, I've told you. How can that not make you happy? And sometimes we laugh at stuff that we shouldn't. Like, I was in a pub recently, I saw a full-size Jenga topple onto a pissed dwarf. Now, the head says no, the belly says yes! Laugh, Russell! Before the bricks hit his tiny face, he went, bloody hell. A bloke 2 seats along went, that was like 9/11. You're there going, oh, God.
Thank you very much, Russell. And the points there go to Chris and Kevin.